guys. It's just Jess. Haven't posted in a while. Haven't felt good at all. I started back on my tuberculosis medication. I don't have tuberculosis. I have latent tuberculosis, but it has to be treated because it can turn into tuberculosis. I've worked in healthcare since I was 18. I turned 34 this year. But the medicine's making me feel pretty puny. And I already felt puny before I started, so I have a few doctor's appointments coming up, a bone density scan. They think I have osteoporosis. That would be my look. Optic neurologist. Check my eyes. I'm having a lot of vision issues. A lot of pain in my eyes. This eye doesn't even want to open most of the time. Looks weird. I look weird. We're getting a second opinion. My neurologist doesn't really know what's going on. Still convinced I have multiple sclerosis. He's not 100% convinced I don't, but not 100% convinced I do. The IVIG that I got, back in April has completely wore off, and he won't give it to me again until I have a second opinion, which is not till next month. Yay. So I'll have to be puny until then, because it actually gave me some energy, and I actually put on some weight. I weigh 125 pounds, up from 89 pounds, which is amazing. Enough about my health, or at least that part of my health. Kind of want to talk about depression today. When my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia in 2017, I kind of spiraled out of control, all the way to the point of my family falling apart. So, to this day, I'm still dealing with that issue. It got so bad that in the last month, I actually went to an inpatient rehab facility. I didn't want to post that. I didn't want to talk about that, but I stayed for 3 days inpatient to get some additional therapy. Had a hard time dealing with, my daughter has made it through cancer. She beat cancer. She got her port taken out. She has done amazingly, but we went through hell doing it. And a lot of cancer parents and patients go through hell. And everybody has their own story and their own journey. But it took a really huge toll on me and our family. I let my feelings get the best of me. And I was going through a sickness that I didn't even really realize because I was so consumed with my daughter and so consumed with trying to work and make enough money to live that I didn't see the bigger picture. And I ended up losing people I love dearly. And that's something I'll have to suffer with for the rest of my life. And it's going to cause a depression that I've gone to therapy. I take my meds. But I don't know that I'll ever come out of it completely. I've been torn apart in a way I can't describe. When something like that happens to your family, just everybody handles it differently. You learn things about people that you never thought would happen. You act differently than you ever thought you would act. But you just always hope and pray that you'll stick by each other no matter what. And sometimes it doesn't always happen. But my heart's broken. And it has been for a really long time. And I'm so grateful that my daughter has her life. I've watched her almost lose it so many times. I've helped code my daughter before. They let me help them. Children's is a wonderful place, and they knew that I was the one that, called the code, because I was in the room with her. And they let me help. It was hard, and it sucked. But they needed extra hands, and I was already there, and I already started the IV, and they let me help. I was grateful for them letting me help, maybe it wasn't appropriate, but it helped me to know that I was doing something. Now, of course, I didn't get to help the whole time. I just got to help get everything started and get the ball rolling. But then, we got her to the ICU, and I had to take a step back, let the ICU take over. Because I'm definitely not a PICU nurse. I was barely an ICU nurse, I was just learning whenever I left the hospital and went to home health. But they did let me help, and it helped me to cope with it as best it could, to see that, stuff was being done. It just, you felt like you were helping, you're doing something to keep her alive. Those are some of the hardest days of my life, and I'm sure those hard days aren't over, and every day I have to hope and pray it doesn't happen again, or something else doesn't happen to my children. Parents worry every day about their kids. We all handle it differently. My kids mean the world to me, and when I feel things, I feel them so strongly. I can't help that. With that, stay in inpatient rehab, it helped me get a break from the world for 3 days. They were wonderful. They treated me so well. They didn't treat me like I was crazy or dumb. They treated me like more of a human than I have felt in a long time. It's a different experience, of course, going inpatient. It's almost like you're in jail. But they have to do that for your own safety, because apparently you're in there for a reason. I've had just a lot of struggle with how my life has changed so much since my daughter had cancer, and just the events that took place, and then now that I'm having chronic illness struggles. And I'm here if you need a vent or talk, or have had similar experiences or completely different experiences. But I wanted to share that part of my story because I don't want anybody to be ashamed. Mental illness, so many suffer from mental illness, and I don't want anyone to ever feel ashamed. I've dealt with it for as long as I can remember, and I feel things so deeply, I can't help it. But this medicine's making me puny, so I'm gonna try to make some videos, hoping to get some subscribers and some likes and some followers and maybe some communication going. I'm gonna try to get some blogs out there. Hopefully I might get some subscribers, maybe. But I just want everyone to know that mental health awareness is a major deal for everyone, and I will put my story out there. It's been a hell of a ride. Even before my daughter got cancer, there was other struggles. I'm gay. That was a struggle coming out. It's still a struggle. There's just a lot of things, and I don't want anyone to be ashamed of who they are and their story, because no one's story is worse than anyone else's. Everyone deals with things differently. I'm very blessed to have my daughter be alive and well, and I should be grateful for that, but I still struggle with other things. My family falling apart hurts. It hurts a lot, and it'll hurt forever. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment, start a conversation. I'm here. It's just Jess, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Love you guys.